The British royal family is once again at the center of a storm that is sending shockwaves from London to California. According to explosive new reports circulating this week, Prince William has allegedly ordered a private investigation into the circumstances surrounding the birth of his nephew, Archie Mountbatten Windsor. Sources claim that the palace has quietly brought in a team of 12 experienced detectives, a move that, if true, signals an extraordinary level of concern behind closed doors and raises serious questions about why such an investigation would even be considered. If you found this report insightful, take a moment to reflect on how celebrity culture shapes health trends and why responsible conversation matters. Please hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell for more in-depth coverage that goes beyond the headlines and keeps you informed as these stories continue to unfold. Share this video, leave your thoughts in the comments section. The reports suggest that this decision did not come lightly and was not driven by gossip or online speculation alone. Insiders familiar with palace operations say the move was allegedly approved after months of internal discussion, mounting pressure, and unanswered questions that senior royals felt could no longer be ignored. While Kensington Palace has not officially confirmed any investigation, the scale described in these reports has fueled intense public curiosity and renewed debate about transparency, trust, and truth within the monarchy. At the heart of the story is Archie's birth in May 2019, an event that was celebrated publicly but surrounded by an unusual level of secrecy compared to other royal births. Unlike previous royal children, there was no immediate public appearance outside the hospital, no signed bulletin displayed on an easel for days, and limited medical detail released to the public. At the time, palace officials explained that Prince Harry and Meghan Markle wanted privacy and a more modern approach. For many, that explanation was sufficient. For others, especially in hindsight, it has become the foundation for lingering doubts. According to the article, concerns allegedly resurfaced during internal reviews of royal procedures and records, prompting senior aides to flag inconsistencies they felt needed clarification. These were reportedly passed up the chain, eventually landing on Prince William's desk. As the heir to the throne and someone deeply invested in protecting the long-term stability of the monarchy, William is said to have viewed the matter not as a personal family dispute, but as a constitutional and institutional issue. Sources quoted in the report claim the detectives hired are not uniformed officers but private investigators with backgrounds in complex financial, legal, and document-based cases. Their alleged mandate is said to be narrow but thorough, to review records, timelines, and documentation related to Archie's birth, ensuring that everything aligns with established protocols and legal requirements connected to royal succession. Importantly, the reports emphasize that this is not being framed internally as an attack on Archie, who remains a beloved member of the family, but rather as a fact-finding exercise aimed at closing unresolved questions. The story has ignited fierce debate among royal watchers and legal experts alike. Some argue that even the suggestion of such an investigation undermines public trust and risks dragging an innocent child into adult conflicts. Others counter that the monarchy, as a public institution, has a duty to address any uncertainties, especially those tied to lines of succession and constitutional clarity. In this view, silence and avoidance could be more damaging in the long run than confronting uncomfortable issues head-on. Buckingham Palace has remained tight-lipped, issuing no direct comment beyond its standard line that it does not respond to speculation. Kensington Palace has similarly declined to engage. In contrast, sources close to Prince Harry and Meghan reportedly describe the claims as hurtful and baseless, insisting that Archie's birth was lawful, properly recorded, and handled in accordance with medical advice and personal circumstances. They argue that revisiting the matter now only deepens rifts that have already caused immense strain within the family. Public reaction has been swift and polarized. On social media, some users are demanding full transparency, calling for official statements and the release of records to put rumors to rest once and for all. Others are condemning what they see as an invasion of privacy and an example of how relentless scrutiny has followed Harry and Meghan since their relationship began. The discussion has quickly expanded beyond Archie himself to broader questions about how the royal family balances tradition, privacy, and accountability in a digital age where speculation spreads faster than facts. Legal analysts note that even if an internal investigation exists, its findings may never be made public. Private inquiries are often designed to inform internal decision-making rather than to produce a public report. If no irregularities are found, the palace could simply move on without comment. However, the very existence of such reports has already altered the narrative, making silence harder to maintain and increasing pressure for some form of clarification. The timing of the alleged investigation is also being closely examined. It comes amid ongoing tensions between Prince William and Prince Harry, whose relationship has been described by multiple sources as strained and distant. Since Harry and Meghan stepped back from royal duties and relocated to the United States, their public interviews, documentaries, and memoir have painted a picture of deep mistrust and unresolved grievances. Critics of the investigation narrative suggest that these family dynamics make it difficult to separate objective institutional concerns from personal history. Royal historians caution against jumping to conclusions. They point out that the monarchy has weathered countless rumors and controversies over the centuries, many of which faded once emotions cooled and facts emerged. At the same time, they acknowledge that modern expectations are different. Today's public demands openness, and the absence of clear information can quickly be interpreted as concealment, whether justified or not. What makes this story particularly sensitive is the age of its central figure. Archie is still a young child, far removed from the debates swirling around his birth and status. Child welfare advocates stress that any discussion should be handled with extreme care, ensuring that media coverage does not harm his well-being or future. They urge commentators and the public alike to remember that behind the headlines is a real family and a real child. As of now, the claims remain unverified, and key questions remain unanswered. Is there truly an investigation? If so, what prompted it, and what scope does it have? Will the palace address the rumors directly, or will it rely on time and silence to defuse the situation? Until official statements are made, the story sits in a gray zone, fueled by anonymous sources and public speculation. What is clear is that this report has reopened old wounds and reignited conversations many believed were settled years ago.